Very few on our side want it. That's a common misperception. Some think that a lot of Republicans are cheering for shutdown. That's just not the case. None of us want to see the government shut down, or very few.
So what's the debate over here at the last moment?
We're just trying to get as many cuts as we can. We can't go on this way. And people say, well, the difference between 40 billion and 30 billion is pretty insignificant. It's pretty significant when you consider that if you do 40 billion in cuts, then that amount doesn't become part of the baseline. And so just the difference of 10 billion in cuts means over a 10-year period about $100 billion, because that spending doesn't become part of the baseline. So it's pretty important.
So the difference is between cuts that just affect 1 year and
right.
Cuts that are, once they're installed, that means that money won't be spent
That's
forever.
correct, and that's why this, the stimulus money and some of the other, ramp-ups in spending over the past couple of years have been so pernicious, because they're spent. Some people will call it one-time spending, but it becomes part of the baseline spending, and then that means we just ratchet up thereafter. And that's why when Republicans were in charge, we were guilty of that. Democrats have done the same.
If there is a shutdown, what are regular people to think? Who's to blame for it?
Well, it depends on what they feel. If people feel that we're coasting along just fine into the future, given the current deficits and the debt that we have, then I suppose they can blame Republicans. But if people feel that we indeed do need to address this budget deficit and in a meaningful way, then I would think the other side needs to move a little more. So obviously we recognize we're going to have to compromise. That's why I think we should have passed a bigger number over here to start with.